That's something we often report here on KTAB. We're talking about crime, and it's happening in your community. But there is a specific part of the Key City where more crime is happening. Is there? Well, Stacy, you've been checking into that for us.
That's right, Bob. Since I started working for KTAB, my focus really has been on crime. And from my experience alone, I can tell you I've covered every inch of the city, from a drive-by shooting on the north side to even a murder in Fairway Oaks. And when looking at crime stats, they show the same thing. Here is our KTAB exclusive on uncovering crime. You read it in the headlines.
We are Abilene strong, and this violence does not have to define our city.
Crimes being committed every day.
We had 8 murders this year compared to 4 murders in 2017.
From a murder in Northwest Abilene to a murder in Fairway Oaks.
Crime is going to exist all throughout the city.
Crime doesn't discriminate.
I, as a citizen, I have the proverbial dog in the hunt. I should absolutely care about safety in my community.
That's why Abilene Police Chief Stan Standridge encourages citizens to know what's going on.
Many citizens absolutely care about crime. I don't believe anybody's apathetic about this issue. But nobody is necessarily intentional of doing something with it until they become victimized.
By learning how to prevent it.
Parking in your driveway as another example versus parking on the streets. Statistically, you're less likely to be the victim of a car burglary if you're in the driveway.
Or just getting to know your neighbor.
We feel very safe here. Our kids feel safe here.
It's something Janet Mendenhall says makes her love where she lives.
We refer to this neighborhood as College Heights,
which some in Abilene would say has a lot of crime.
We associate people who are living in lower socioeconomic status with increased crime.
But Mendenhall says, in her opinion, that's just not true.
And that isn't what we found.
She, along with her co-workers, live in these neighborhoods, representing connecting, caring communities, trying to help neighbors meet neighbors.
We haven't had any issues. Our girls love it here. They play outside all the time.
The nonprofit encourages relationships with those who live right next door.
Go out in the front yard and do things, and that way you're open. You can see your neighbors. You can meet your neighbors.
It's a simple gesture to know what's going on where you live.
Just move to where you're more accessible and open and that you can see others.
Because no matter where you live,
whether or not it's an affluent neighborhood or if it's not an affluent neighborhood, you too could be victimized.
It's good to take these steps to keep yourself from becoming a crime statistic. And citizens have a chance to be a part of this conversation on crime. That's starting with a domestic violence seminar taking place on Tuesday, February 26th at 9 a.m. at Beltway Park Baptist Church North Campus.